Mahajan computers. In today's lecture, I am going to talk about Lambda expressions in Java. Lambda expressions, they are one of the latest developments in Java, and they have been particularly introduced in Java Standard Edition 1.8. Actually, Lambda expression is a replacement of inner anonymous classes. Students, in one of my previous lectures, you can go through the topic of anonymous classes. It has been spread over two parts. Basically, Lambda expressions are used to represent a functional interface using an expression. What is a functional interface? A functional interface is an interface which has got only one method. There is only one method, signature of one method in a functional interface. So let us revise the things. Lambda expression is one of the latest features introduced in Java 1.8. Then Lambda expression is a replacement of inner anonymous class. This is basically used to represent a functional interface. As I have told you earlier, a functional interface is an interface which has only one method. As you know, almost all the methods in an interface, they happen to be abstract methods. That means they will have to be implemented by all the classes which will implement that interface. Now we will see what is the use of Lambda expressions. A Lambda expression provides implementation of a functional interface, and the amount of coding is reduced. But you'll have to note down one thing which is very important, and that is Lambda expression is treated as a function. So as I have told you earlier also, Lambda expressions are in a way replacement for anonymous inner classes. When you will go through, if you have already gone through anonymous inner classes, you would be able to understand this thing. When we people use anonymous inner classes, there is a class which is created by Java compiler itself with a name like name of the class $1 something. The name is decided by the compiler itself, but a dot class file is created. But in Lambda expression, no dot class file will be created. Why? Because Lambda expressions are not treated as a class, they are treated as a function. So Lambda expression is treated as a function and not as a class. Hence, dot class file corresponding to any Lambda expression is not generated. So I will be explaining the things with the help of examples written in NetBeans. This is my first program, sample program. This is our interface, name of which is say table. And in this interface, I have got an abstract method with the name display. So far so good. Now we are entering into the main class, that means which is having the method main. In this class, we people have got a simple variable called num. Actually, I want to print mathematical table of this number num. Now here we go. I have what I am going to do is I'm going to write down the name of the interface, which happens to be table, followed by name of any reference variable. Now as you know, this is the reference variable of the interface, followed by is equal to symbol, which is, as you know, assignment operator. Then we are supposed to mention the number of arguments, the arguments which we want to use in this Lambda expression. Now in this example, this round brackets are empty. That means we are not going to use any arguments. I will give you another example whereby we will be using one argument. Now this is followed by an arrow operator. Some people call it arrow token. Now here our Lambda expression starts. See the selected area. This whole selected area will be called Lambda expression. Now in this Lambda expression, I have done nothing but I have created a simple loop which is going to print the mathematical table of this number num. And once this Lambda expression is terminated with semicolon, then we people are going to write down tref dot display. Now this is very important. You would say there is no body, there is no proper implementation of the display method in our main class or in our lambda expression rather, but still this method would be called. When we call this method display, where the control will go? See carefully, the control will enter into the body of this lambda expression. As I have told you, lambda expressions are to represent a functional interface, and functional interface means the interface which is going to have only and only one method, signature of one method. So that means there is not going to be any confusion, because when you write display, it will simply go into the body of the lambda expression and execute it, because there will be only one there will be mention of only one signature in the interface. So when you would write, again I am repeating it, when you would write tref.display, the control is bound to go to the lambda expression, body of the lambda expression, and whatever you have written within it, that will be executed, and this whole thing that I have selected will be treated as the body of the function display. Let me execute the program. So this is the output that you can see, nothing else but a mathematical table of this number 200, which is the value of the variable num. So let me show you another sample program. This is another simple program which is demonstrating the use of lambda expression. Here I have got an interface called first, which is having a simple method message, and then we are going to enter into the main class, and in the main class, see carefully, this is the syntax that I have explained to you in the previous program. This is the name of the interface. F1 of course is the reference variable of this interface, followed by assignment operator, then followed by empty parenthesis. Again I repeat it, as per the syntax, these empty parentheses are supposed to contain the arguments, because this time over also we are not going to have any arguments, it's going to be kept empty, followed by this arrow token, which is called arrow operator also of course. So here starts the body. This is, again I am highlighting this one, this is the body of your lambda expression, which may contain multiple statements also. So here I have simply printed some message, Mahajan computers Kurukshetra. So once we will get out of this body of this lambda expression, we will come to this statement, which is simply invoking the method f1.message. Again I repeat it, you would see there is no body with the name of the function message. You can see here there is nothing called a function called message, a method called message. But because in the interface we have mentioned the signature of a method called message, this whole body of the lambda expression would be treated as the body of the function of the method message. So when you would write f1.message, the control is bound to enter into the body of this lambda expression, and this will be executed. Let me execute it and you can see the results for yourself. So this is the output, Mahajan computers Kurukshetra, simple statement was there. So let me show you another simple program which is having one simple argument in this lambda expression. This is the interface called first, and it has got a method called calc. Of course I would call this as an abstract method signature in the interface. Then here we are going to start the body of the lambda expression as per the syntax. First we people are supposed to mention the name of the interface, then this is interface variable followed by assignment operator, and as I have told you, within parentheses we are supposed to mention the arguments. In the previous examples we were not using any arguments, hence these parentheses were empty, but now I am writing an argument, name of which is var, or it could be anything, followed by arrow token. Then this is the body of your lambda expression. In this body you can write any number of statements, and it's doing nothing but the argument is being multiplied by 10, then this new value is being returned, and here we are calling the function. fr2, as you know, is the reference variable of our interface. When you would write .calc, again I repeat it, because we people use only functional interfaces, there is going to be only one method. So when you would write fr2.calc, in fact it means it will enter into the body of this lambda expression, right? Because only one method is going to be there. So you are passing this argument, and this 100 value will be passed to this argument var, and it will become 1000. That will be returned back and printed here. And I'm going to execute the program. You can see it for yourself. This is 1000. This is the output. So I will highly advise that you people write down all these programs yourself in NetBeans or Eclipse, and then you can make certain changes and see the processing yourself.